金色ラブリッチェ。おいっす。
Oh, hey. It was the second day of winter break and Ria came around later that evening.
朝からうるさかったけど何やってたん？
Homework. I pointed over to the table. Thanks to Mina-chan's intense tutoring the past couple of days, I had just finished a little while ago. My brain feels like it's on fire.
どうりでこの部屋煙たいと思ったら、この部屋が煙たいのはイチのせいなんだよな。ってことはもうちょっと煙たくしても。
First, it'd suck to deal with the smoke smell. Second, there's no actual smoke in here, so put the cigarettes away. Quitting sounds rough.
なんか鼻が変になってきた。
That's about the time your nicotine-addled nostrils clear up and you start to become bothered by the tobacco scent that's sunk into your own mouth, huh? Quitting could also make one's lungs feel lighter, increase their appetite, and start to desire sweets and stuff since they'd crave to have something in their mouth. Sounded like the toughest stage of quitting was upon her. Well, hang in there a while longer. Christmas is right around the corner. I wish you'd keep it up even after Christmas is over.
それがいいんだろうけど、無理っぽい。
Ria was so dispirited today that she wasn't even lashing out with her usual sarcasm. It was kinda cute.
シルビーは？
She'll be home tomorrow. I think I'll probably get to see her the day after tomorrow. Aw, this had gotten me down in the dumps with her. The two of us sighed simultaneously.
元気ねえな。
Not as much as you are. I used up what energy I had left on my homework. Silvie's so much smarter than me, and it's starting to weigh me down a little. I didn't need a test to confirm those suspicions. Silvie was extraordinarily skilled in every perceivable way. She was intelligent, athletic, and a gifted pianist. I was sure it was innate to an extent, but the effort she put in to expand her horizons also played a large part. My concern as to whether I was a good match for her grew bigger every day.
今さらなんだよ。身分の違いなんて最初から分かってただろ。
It's not about that. I'd braced myself on that aspect from the very beginning. The issue was our specifications, or what you might call our talents or attribute points. If I were to put it simply, she's super cool, isn't she? I had no idea what word to use that would accurately describe someone as lovely as Silvie, but she really was cool. Silvie could do anything and she took everything she did for granted. Not only was being capable of that cool, the way she took everything head on with no hesitation only made her even cooler in my eyes. Elsan and the Knights, as well as the girls from her musical group, probably liked her so much because they were all drawn to how cool she was. And that likely went for me as well. I doubt we are on equal footing.
なんだ、そんなこと気にしてんのか。
How do you feel about it?
どう思うも何も。世界中の誰に聞いても、お前とあいつが釣り合うっていうやつは一人もいねえよ。
I was hoping you'd console me actually.
でも事実じゃん。お前があいつと釣り合う要素なんかある？
I felt like crying.
な？
We are friends, right? Are you telling me you're the sort of person who'd pour salt in a friend's wounds when he's already on the verge of bursting into tears?
はいはい。おー、かわいそうでちゅ ねいちちゃんは。はーい、なでなでしてあげまちゅよ。はーい、なでなで。おっぱい飲みたいでちゅか？ママのあげまちょうね。
Okay.
何その顔。
That baby play thing kinda got me going a little.
うわ、キモ。本気で心が弱ってるっぽいな。
It's not a big deal, and I don't want to nom on some boobies. I bet nothing would come out of them anyway.
殺すぞ。
Simple yet terrifying.
まあでもスペック上釣り合うのは難しいだろうけどさ。その分カッコつけていけばいいんじゃね？シルビーがお前をかっこいいと思ってればそれで釣り合いは取れてんだろ。
Okay. That's the one thing I'm least confident in. Silvie can accomplish anything she puts her mind to and looks really cool when she actually does show off. I can't do that. I wouldn't look nearly as cool even if I tried. My protecting her initially was based on some misunderstanding, and the terrorist incident only caused problems for the people around me. It was the same even in the past. That might be the one aspect where we are least equal. Ria headed back to her place and I was now alone. I had been depressed all day. Not getting to see her for 2 straight days since the start of vacation may have been starting to take its toll on me. Ugh. Just 2 measly days. The fact she was a princess was irrelevant. Even if I hadn't gotten to see her, it had been an ordinary couple of days. So why was this bugging me so much? Maybe it was because I had no confidence in myself? Someone was knocking on my window. Who was it? This was a dorm for rich ladies, so about the only person who would come to get me at the window was Akane-chan in the mornings. Who is it? I opened the window and found... What?
来ちゃった。で、寒いわオーロ。さっきから歯がガチガチ言ってるわ。
Right, come in. It was the least likely of suspects, Silvie. Outside the window was as cold as you'd expect on a December night, and it was windy to boot. It must have been beyond harsh out there without a coat. Aren't you supposed to be back tomorrow?
早くオーロに会いたくて自家用ジェットをちょっと無駄遣いしちゃった。
That made me happy, but the scale of that comment was too big for my pea brain to handle. Why come in through the window?
私が行方をくらましたからこの寮にはすぐに見張りが行くと思って隠れてきたの。
I see, you gave them the slip, huh? My phone rang with perfect timing. It was a call from El-san.
もしもし、市松殿ですか？シルビー様が護衛の目を盗んでお姿を消したのです。ご存知ありませんか？
I looked to Silvie. She mouthed the words,
ごまかして。
You've got it. She called earlier and asked to meet up at the school, which is where we are now. It'd be great if you could keep watch without interfering.
よかった。誘拐ではないのですね。全軍出撃！ノーブル学園だ！行くぞ！
Troops? One hell of a situation sounded like it was unfolding on the other end of the line, but... What are you up to, Silvie? El-san's going to scold you.
知らないわ。エルったらうるさいんだもの。オーロに会いたいって言っても仕事がどうだ公務がどうだって。
Haha. I couldn't really find any fault with that. Let's make sure not to worry her too much.
はーい。
For all her gloomy scowls, I was sure she felt like she'd done something wrong. Silvie was so admirable. Speaking of work, would that be all right?
国防省につながってる企業がどっちと提携してどうだって言い争ってるだけだから。
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. If Silvie said it was all good, then fine, I guess.
それより、オーラ、
Silvie shut the room's curtain.
いいかしら。エルのことだからこの部屋、人がいるかくらいは見に来ると思うの。
No light should leak out with the lined curtains closed, pretending to be out, huh? I'll get you a drink.
ありがとう。
I got her some hot milk and handed it to her. Silvie took a breath.
ごめんね、オーラ。もっと頻繁に会いたいのだけど、エルたちがうるさいの。
Not much we can do about it. It's their job and all. She probably wanted me to take her side as her cheeks immediately puffed up. So cute.
こんなことならお姫様なんてならずに普通の子に生まれてくるべきだったわ。
In that case, I should have been born as the prince of some country instead of an ordinary Japanese citizen.
そうね。私だけの王子様に生まれたオーロが悪いわ。
She said that all smiles. I was well aware of how much she loved me. I took a seat on the bed. So, Silvie, did you really just sneak out today? You only came to see me?
ええ、どうしてもオーロと二人でお話ししたかったから。
I see. It didn't sound like anything was especially wrong, at least. Good then. I would keep her company until Elsan found us. Come here, Silvie. I patted my lap. Come here.
オーロ、そんな子供みたいよ。
You won't come over?
お邪魔します。
It was only at moments like these where Silvie sat down with a quiet refinement resembling that of a princess. The wonderful sensation of her butt squished against my lap. Go ahead, lean in, lean in.
持たれるってオーロに？
Like this. Squeeze. I hugged her. Silvie's face went red, half out of happiness and half out of surprise. How do you like it, princess? This is a throne custom ordered especially for you.
いいわね。よろしくてよ。
Despite her shy, awkward behavior, she didn't seem to dislike it. It's warmer this way too.
そういうこと。
I assumed hot milk would be plenty, but this would definitely be warmer.
そっか。確かに暖かいわ。さすがオーロね。この状況にぴったりの玉座を見繕ってくれるなんて。
You bet.
良きに計らえたわ。
Silvie had given her consent, so she must have felt better now, and leaned her full weight on me. Good, good. I am glad to hear you are pleased, princess. Unfortunately, princess, this throne has a defect.
結婚？
It plays practical jokes upon those who sit upon it. I wrapped both arms around her. One around her belly and the other by her neck. Silvie's body was held in place perfectly.
もう、こら、オーロ。
It's not me. The throne is running amok.
変な言い訳を。この玉座はどうやったら外れるの？
Just tell it to let you go and it will.
さあ、ならもうしばらくしたら言うことにするわ。
As I embraced her, she happily nuzzled her back against me. Nuzzle, nuzzle. I nuzzled back at her as well.
いや、もう。オーラの体、あったかいわ。
That is what matters most. I squeezed her even tighter. Silvie looked even happier, in which case I went with the flow and brought both hands to her chest. Rub, rub. Whoops! She struggled all of a sudden. I let go. Ah, Did you not like it?
もうオールのエッチ
Despite how startled she was, she leaned back against me once again. This reaction meant squish. I touched her chest over her clothes again and gave her hefty mounts a quick rub. With her shoulders and back pressed against me, I could tell just how rigid she was from this newfound sensation. She was nervous. Silvie, do you dislike having your boobs touched?
そんなことはないわオールに体を触ってもらうの好きよ
She hesitated a bit, but did say as much. It didn't sound like a lie, so if I were to caress her chest again... you are kind of tense.
ごめんなさい触ってもらうのは好きなのだけれどエッチなことをされるんだって思うとなんだか体がこわばってしまうのこわばるというか気負うというか何なのかしらこの感じ
Simply put, it's probably that you're inexperienced. Between sitting on my lap and nuzzling me with her back, she seemed to love the sort of contact that children would enjoy. But when it came to anything naughty, anything she deemed sexual made her tense. You're normally so quirky, but a late bloomer only when it comes to erotic things, outstandingly princess-like in a certain sense. Don't make strange faces like that, there's nothing wrong with it. I put my hands back on her belly and back. I love to touch you like this too, like that and that. I gave her a ticklish caress all over. She could comfortably accept it as long as it wasn't anywhere quote-unquote sexually related, like her chest or crotch. She looked delighted. In which case, this was plenty. Or so I thought.
でもオールは触りたいのでしょ
Nah, it's fine, really. Whether it was her boobs, the nape of her neck, or her belly, it didn't change the fact this was still the skin of a princess that you'd ordinarily never be able to touch. It was just as fun to touch all of it, but...
エッチなことしたいのわかるわ
Whoa! Without warning, she wiggled her butt against me. Her squishy backside rubbed and squashed against my crotch. It stimulated the certain stiff something within and made me let out a bizarre groan.
ね
You noticed?
最初座った時から気づいてるわ
Well, yeah, it would be obvious when she sat on my lap.
そのエッチなことはちょっと緊張しちゃうけどでもオールが一番したいことを私もしたいのこれは本心よ
Right. I knew that.
そうだ
Hmm? She suddenly started to squirm her way out of my embrace.
レーナに聞いて知っているわ男の人はこういうことをすると喜ぶって
What? Okay then, it's time for another cut. So, I'll see you in a second.
Loveriche!
Thanks to how quickly Silvie rushed home yesterday.
今日は朝から一緒できるわね
Yeah. This was a happy side effect.
むすー
We did have a rather scary looking escort though.
どったエルチンさっきから怖い顔して
いいえなるべく応援すると決めた矢先ですが私には難しそうなことを再確認しました
Ha 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 ha. Silvie blatantly preferred me over work at this point. That would be an issue from Ilsan's point of view. On the flip side, it would kind of suck if she gave work preference over me, so I hoped we could find some sort of middle ground in time, though.
もうエルったらいいじゃないの。やるべきことは済ませたはずよ。
それははい。
Silvie's assertiveness was understandable, as it would be an entirely different story if she'd skipped out on work and she left little room for Elsan to complain.
ほら、ムスッとしてないで。美味しいものでも食べに行きましょ
は
う。レーナも行くわよね。みんな、どこか行きたいところあるかしら。おっしゃ、うまいもん食べたい。いくつか興味を惹かれたお店がございますわ。よーし、全部行きましょう。全部は無理です。それじゃあみんな、あら。
A certain pair of students just so happened to pass us by.
ちょうどいいわ。ねえ、二人もどう？
Silvie invited them like it was only natural. Ria looked at Jogasaki a bit apologetically. They looked like they had a prior engagement.
あやかちんがついてくるとは思わなかった。いいじゃない別に。やれやれ。
だいぶ大所帯になってしまいましたね。
Myself, Silvie, Elsan, Reina, Mina-chan, and now Ria and Jogasaki. An outing with 7 people really might be a bit much.
選ぶお店が限られますわ。個室のある部屋。ごめんねみんな。でもご飯はみんなで食べた方がきっと美味しいと思うな。分かっております。
The conversation led to Mina-chan picking out the restaurant, although she looked a little put out. She looked like she was having fun. Everyone else had equally cheerful expressions. This was shaping up to be one entertaining outing.
で、こっちはこっちでいいんだけど。オーラは良かった？ シルビー、休みは貴重なんだろ？
So that was the one thing that bugged me. This was the first day off we shared since we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Alone time had an appealing ring to it. It's fine, I wanted Silvie to enjoy herself today.
ねえねえ、そういえばあやかと何かを食べに行くのは初めてよね。あやかってどんなものが好きなの？特に好みは。でも美味しいところなら天ぷらが好みね。まずいところのは許せないけれど、それなりのお店なら。天ぷらいいわね。
日本の揚げ物料理ですね。懐石の一環で食べたことは何度かありますが、
専門店のものは全然違うのよ。具の種類によって使う油から変えるの。懐石の一環じゃ出せないわ。食べたい。みんな、今日のお昼天ぷらでいいかしら？意義なーし。なーし。調べてみますわ。私のこの日本に来ての目標の一つが、日本の美味しいと言われてる料理を制覇するなの。寿司、天ぷら、藤山、芸者。ついに2つ目に手を出せたわ。そう。あと2つは食べるのは難しいから、ここでコンプリートとするといいわ。ジャパニーズ揚げ物、楽しみね。エルって実は揚げ物好きよね。フライドチキンとか。
そうですね。
あら、そうなの？カバレロさんにフライドチキン、イメージがないわ。
Why?
フライドチキン限定ではないですが、行軍時には油を大量に使う料理は作りにくいので、憧れのような気持ちがあるやもしれません。揚げ物を食べられる環境はそれだけで平和で幸せです。そう、理由がいちいち日本人には理解しにくいわね。外では食べにくいし、といって家にいる時は手づかみが推奨されるような料理は出されにくい。ちょうど私たちのライフスタイルから縁が遠いのが
フライドチキンといったところですわ。
なるほど。
エルチンはフライドチキン、あやかっちは天ぷら、どっちも揚げ物好き。エルチンとあやかっちに意外な共通点発覚だね。
確かにこれまで考えたこともありませんでした。
なんだか不思議な気持ちですね。
いいじゃんいいじゃん、仲良さそう。
カバレロさんなら悪い気はしないわ。
恐縮です。
ユリリの波動を感じる。
は
にしても揚げ物好き。やっぱカロリーを求めるのかね、そのナイスバディが。
はい。
キサキさん、それどういう意味かしら。
私たちの体のどこを見てカロリーを連想しました？
おっと、出現。
待ちなさい。
She made a break for it.
どうした？さっきから静かだな。
Oh, yeah. Just worried since it feels like I shouldn't be involved in your ladies' night.
卑屈か。
I'm just out of my element is all. Everyone was getting along, Jogasaki included, with Silvie at the center. Back when we were little, I thought we were the ones who invited Silvie to hang out with us. But maybe she was actually the one who invited us.
そんな部分もあるかもな。でも安心しろよ。あいつは間違いなくお前に惹かれて俺たちと仲良くなったんだから。ごちそうさま。天ぷら、なかなかのお味でしたわ。
確かに専門店の天ぷらというのは懐石の途中で出るものとは全く違いましたね。
あよ、また来てくんな。
The spirited restaurant owners saw us off.
美味しかったわね、ほら。
Yeah, totally. It was good, but
脂っこすぎて胃もたれが。
エルチン、あのお店いくらだった？
7人で7000円です。
一人1000円だろうね。専門店は専門店でもそういう系の専門店だったな。
I bet Jogasaki had been describing the sort of restaurant that had an indoor garden with white stones sprawled along the ground, and they served you with gigantic bamboo leaves on their plates. The restaurant we'd taken her to was a pretty cheap place, all things considered. For lunch, we'd had fried veggie and seafood bowls. The shrimp was so tiny. It was thickly coated in oil and totally immersed in a salty sweet sauce. Did seem like it suited Jogasaki's refined tastes. It was delicious for our commoner palates, though.
食べ慣れた味だよね。
Tempura really does taste better when it's soaked in this unidentifiable sort of eel sauce.
それじゃ天ぷらの味が死ぬじゃない。
It does, but it's delicious.
これだから庶民は。
庶民ってのも良し悪しだよね。
People may say we've got idiotic taste buds since everything tastes delicious, but that means we'll have more enjoyable culinary experiences overall.
まあまあ、喧嘩しないの。
It was a fun lunch. Given the size of our group and how both Silvie and Mina-chan stood out like sore thumbs, we avoided walking around too much and quickly headed back to the academy. It was a little disappointing to head home so soon though. The mood ended up naturally carrying us toward the academy. Upon our return, we noticed several club activities were still in session.
グラウンドは使えそうにないわね。おーい、あかねちん。あ、レーナ先輩。
We spotted a familiar girl in the track club, if we were going to avoid interrupting their practice. This was probably the best spot for it. This area was usually deserted over vacations, save for the occasional use by the academy's musical groups.
音楽堂久しぶりに来たわ。
だね。改めて入ると変な感じ。なんかさ、音楽室とか特有の空気があるよね。反響が計算して作られてるからな。空気の反響とかも他とは違ってて、それが違和感なんだろ。へえ。お姉様、せっかくですから一曲お願いできますかしら。急に言われると困っちゃうわね。どんな曲がいいかしら。なんでも。だからそれが一番困るんだったら、そうね。
Silvie took a seat at the piano. With a troubled smile, she placed her fingers against the keys.
おお。
But the instant she began to play, she transformed into the world's most exceptional pianist. Of course, this was a common sight for us. But Reina and Jogasaki, who had very little exposure, were overwhelmed. Oh yeah, you haven't had a chance to see much of quote-unquote pianist Silvie, have you?
ああ、これで2回目。
She seemed pleased, based on the way her eyes popped open. They're closed though. I wonder how Silvie's song came across to someone with perfect pitch. I was curious, but this was a rare performance. Better keep quiet. The sun had finally set. Our group eventually split up to resume our regular routine. When?
市松さん、クルス・クラウンさん。
何？
An unexpected character called to us. It didn't seem like something she wanted the others to hear, so we put some distance between us.
本来あなたたちにこんなことを頼むのはどうかと思う。というか、個人的に頼りたくないんだけど。
Hmm? She was asking a favor of someone, me for that matter. This was one hell of an incident.
何でも言って。お友達の頼みならできる限り力になるわ。
Jogasaki looked a bit hesitant after being so casually lumped in as a friend. And what she had to say was a scandal for certain.
マリア・ビショップを。
Going to quit?
ええ。
My mind went blank. Silvie and I were nothing short of flabbergasted.
そう。
But after some time passed, she nodded her head as if she'd come to some understanding.
あなたたちからも言ってあげてくれない？マリア・ビショップが今日本で、世界でどれだけ大きな名前になっているか。あの子のわがままはいつものこととして、やめるというのはさすがに話が違ってくるわ。
Jogasaki shrugged with exasperation. It was you and Ryuzoji that connected Maria to the TV station, right?
ええ。スター、マリア・ビショップは私が作った。なんていうのはさすがに傲慢だけれど、今の知名度への貢献は大きいと自負していますわ。
Well, I was sure Maria built herself up from obscurity to fiery popularity, but they likely had a hand in fanning those flames.
マリア・ビショップの最初のファンは 綾香なのかもしれないわね。
ファンなんてチープな言い方やめてくださる？私はあくまでビジネスとして彼女を仕立てただけ。そしてせっかく仕上げた商品がこれからという時に急に引退なんてされては困るんです。
Don't call her a commodity. I'm not so sure about that phrasing. Jogasaki turned away. Well, that was enough about Jogasaki for now.
私たちに辞めるというのを撤回するよう説得してほしいと。
ありていに言えば
I really wanted to know why Ria was considering an early retirement. And it would obviously bother me to no end if the Maria Bishop called it quits now. But
ごめんなさい綾香、私は力になれないわ。相馬くんが自分で決めたことだもの。私はそちらを支持するわ。マリア・ビショップの声が聞けなくなるのは寂しいけれどね。もしかしたら続けたくても続けられない状況なのかもしれないし。
huh?
なんでもない。とにかくそういうわけよ。悪いわね綾香。
シルビー様、迎えの車が参りました。
それじゃあオーラ綾香。
Yeah. Silvie headed back to her estate. Guess there was no chance we could hang out until nighttime today. Oh well, not much I could do about that. More importantly... Ria!
お、どうした？
Ria, you're here? Well, yeah, it's the evening, you would be. The player's guide does say random encounters happen most frequently on the roof at night.
そうか。その攻略本よこせ。人権侵害で訴える。
Are you for real? Are you?
俺はリアであってマジなんて名前じゃないけど。
I heard Maria Bishop's retiring.
ああ。
The way she shrugged was like, you heard? Are you for real? Seriously?
いや、落ち着け。
Ria shook her head and clenched my shoulders as I wobbled.
今すぐってわけじゃねえから。ゆっくりドロップアウトって感じ。
But why are you dropping off? I didn't get why she was quitting. Silvie did seem to know something though. Is something up? Like, is some mysterious organization after your life and they ordered you not to sing or something?
ねえよ。真っ先に思いつく理由がそれかよ。
Then why?
もう潮時なの。
Huh? Ria frowned, looking like she didn't want to say. Ordinarily, I'd probably go, I see, and be done with it, but I couldn't back down so easily today. I was a serious fan after all. I wanted to hear the reason at least. I kept badgering her and...
はあ、俺は別にもともとマリア・ビショップなんて妙な職業をやる気じゃなかったんだよ。
Huh?
絶対音感があるから音楽系の何かをやりたいと思って作曲して、楽器はいじれなかったから下つけて歌にして、んで彩香に録音頼んで、したらあいつが勝手にネットに上げやがったの。そっからはもう自分でも歯止めが効かない感じでマリア・ビショップって名前がでかくなっていって、でもおかげでそっちの評価でこのノーブル学園に入学できた。おかげでシルビーやお前と再会できた。これ以上は何も望まないって思ったら、もう続ける意味ないと思ったの。
She told me that as calmly and bluntly as possible. She had calmly identified the reason she would quit. It sounded like Ria had given the idea a lot of thought, and she had come to that decision. Damn it. In which case, there was nothing I could say. It was seriously disappointing. But if this was the conclusion she came to, then, as her friend, I should support her.
わかったか？
I do. I got it, but can't accept it. I don't want you to quit from the bottom of my heart, and I'm also a fan who believes it's totally realistic you could make a comeback.
あ、そう。
I wouldn't accept her retirement, nor would I stand in her way. The middle of the road approach ought to suffice. I shrugged my shoulders.
心配すんな。ちょっとずつ仕事の量を減らしてくけど、今すぐすっぱりってわけじゃない。彩香がうるせえし。
Are you genuinely sure?
敬語やめろ、キモい。
I'm a fan, I can't help it.
ちょっとずつフェードアウトするつもりだから、俺が辞めるつもりってこと知ってるファンはお前だけ。マリア・ビショップのラストを悲しめるファンは、世界でお前だけだな。
It's kind of an honor when you put it that way.
だろ？
If at all possible, I wish you would put on that long black wig and tell me you're the only one.
今キモいこと言わなきゃやってやったのに。よっと。
Ria went up onto the water tank. We were alone for the first time in ages. And we watched the setting sun.
今日も綺麗だな。
Yeah,
今のマリアがこれなんだよ。今が一番輝いてる時。ゴールデンタイムで。でもきっと、暮れちゃう寸前なんだ。なら暮れ切る前に姿を消したい。最後までカッコつけてたい。俺、間違ってる？
beats me.